Hello, this is the LEGO Friends Bowling Alley poly bag from the amusement park sub-theme that they're giving away from Shop at Home and LEGO shops for qualifying purchases in North America at least, and I'm sure it will be made available in other different ways in different regions. Let me get this thing opened and built up. In spite of the name of the set, this is not supposed to represent an entire full-sized bowling alley or anything. It's just supposed to represent a bowling-style game at a carnival or an amusement park or something like that. And as that, I think that it looks pretty good. And for just a free polybag set, it's built up pretty nicely. You know, the decorations are good back here, and I like the use of the one stud wide tiles going all the way down the lane. It just looks like there's, you know, either wood or simulated wood there with the actual planking going on. As far as actually playing it though, you know, this is obviously set up to actually be played with this old Bionicle Zamor Sphere style bowling ball here, which is nicely kind of marbled up like that. But, you know, this is just sat on top of a 2x2 tile with a hole in the center, and you just try to line this up and knock the ball forward. And it doesn't have to go very far, so you don't really have to do much to get it to be lined up. However, the way the pins are set up really doesn't work that well. So I'm not even going to reset them right now. I'm just going to go ahead and do this again. Maybe a little bit more force this time. Yeah, okay, got a couple more. Let's see if I can pick those up. Try it again. There we go. Definitely going to get it this time, right? There we go. All right. Well, that was all done in one take, so you can't expect it to be perfect, but I did plenty of playing with this offline in advance to just get a feeling for how it actually plays, and also to get a feeling for setting up these pins, which will fall over pretty easily when you don't want them to, but they are much more difficult to get to fall over when you're actually playing with them. And to get a strike is actually a little bit difficult. It requires a lot of force. You need to really hit that ball with a lot of force with your finger, really flick it in there, and when you do that, the pins go absolutely everywhere. I think that just the management of the pins here is not all that great. I think that it would work out a lot better if there were some fences along the sides, just a couple pieces to help keep them from spreading everywhere, and also if there's a little bit of a gap behind them, because right now when the ball hits them, they all kind of brace each other against the wall back there. But if there was just a gap where there was an extra height of a single tile or something, or maybe if there was a little dip where you had space of just a single stud area, more like that, they would behave a lot better when you play this, but then it would be more difficult to actually set them up. The figure here is Stephanie, one of the original Friends, and I like her outfit and also the fact that she comes with one of those very desirable hot dog bun pieces with a Frank in it also. It's just a really good thing to get. A lot of people want those, and to get it in a free poly bag is just an extra treat, really. And I do like the print for her top. This is just a nicely done figure with a good accessory. So I definitely had my criticism over how this thing plays, but we do have to keep in mind that this was a free giveaway, so I really can't complain that much. What this definitely does for me is provide inspiration. You know, I immediately was able to see that there are some things about it that I don't like, but I know that I could work on it myself with just a small number of extra pieces and start experimenting and make it better. And that's, of course, one of the great things about LEGO is that you can always change things if you don't like something. So I think that for a freebie, this is great. I appreciate anything free. Good parts, good figure, and great inspiration. And I think with some modification, this could become much more fun to actually play with repeatedly. So that's it for my thoughts on this set. If you have any thoughts that you'd like to share with myself and the rest of the viewers, please do leave a comment down below, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching.